Marriage would be the sweeping fairy tale she'd once dreamed of as a little girl. She envisioned a love story full of grand gestures, sweeping kisses under moonlit skies, and days filled with laughter and adventure. Instead, her reality with Thomas was quieter, more deliberate. Over the years, she had come to realize that there was a kind of beauty in the ordinary. Thomas, her husband of 12 years, was a man of routine. He was meticulous, almost to a fault, and though he loved Evelyn deeply, he often struggled with expressing it in words. Still, Evelyn understood him better than anyone else could. Her love for Thomas had grown not out of flashy displays of affection, but through shared glances over the breakfast table. It was in the way they knew the rhythm of each other's thoughts. Evelyn was often the one to hold the marriage together, especially when life seemed to pull them in different directions. One evening, after a particularly trying day with the kids, Evelyn sat in the living room, her feet up on the coffee table. It was then she heard the soft padding of his footsteps, followed by a hesitant knock at the door. "Eve?" Thomas's voice was soft, almost apologetic. She turned toward the door and smiled, the exhaustion in her eyes replaced by the warmth only he could bring. "Come in," she said. He stepped inside, holding a small envelope in his hand. Evelyn raised an eyebrow. Thomas wasn't one for surprises, and certainly not for handwritten notes. "Is something wrong?" she asked. He hesitated before handing her the envelope. "I've been thinking a lot lately," he began, his voice tinged with uncertainty. "About us, about how much you do for this family. I'm not always the best at showing it, but I see you. And I'm grateful." Evelyn took the envelope, feeling the weight of his words. Inside was a simple card. It read, "For the quiet strength you give, and the love you never ask for in return. I see you, Evelyn. I always have." Tears welled up in her eyes as she looked at Thomas. For years, she had carried the invisible load of their marriage, their children, their home, never asking for much in return. But now, in this small, unspoken gesture, she felt seen. Truly seen. "I don't need grand gestures," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I just need you here. With me. That's enough." Thomas knelt beside her, taking her hand in his. "I'm here, Eve. I'm always here. I know I haven't been the best at showing it, but I'm trying. For you, for us." The weight on her chest lifted, and for the first time in a long while, Evelyn allowed herself to lean into the comfort of his embrace. There were no fireworks or dramatic confessions, just the quiet, steady understanding of two people who had chosen each other, day after day. And that, Evelyn realized, was the truest form of love.